up, Stray Wolf? Currently forging a hummingbird? Hell yeah. On my black tub over here. Yeah, that's cool. I don't know much about forging hummingbirds. I've never tried that. But you're doing delicate fun stuff. I'm doing liberal application of brute force. Pretty easy to start with a split cross. Hey, okay, that's cool. Yeah, I got 2 hammers active in the forge, 1 warming up in the corner, and then I've got another, what is that, 7 sitting next to the forge. Good morning, Jeff. And then I have a whole bunch more. So yeah, I have 19 hammers total that need to be drifted by 1:30 tomorrow. So I'm just going to be going for it. Yeah, I took a couple of days off of drifting hammers because on Friday it was snowing, and yesterday I didn't have the drift because I forgot it at work. So I'm pretty fresh. We should be able to get a lot done. Forging. What's up, Jeffrey Racing? Missed Eric last night. Clicked on his live stream when I was saying bye. That sucks. That was a pretty good live stream. That was forging out the Damascus. So it wasn't quite as like interesting forging, but it was nice. There was a lot of good chatting that we got done. Yep, boom. Yeah, I don't know, I'm forging hammers, so yeah, so they're already punched, and the ones I'm working on right now are already partially drifted. But what I'm doing is I'm using this hammer I drift to make a hammer from scratch. So, yeah, here. This one's almost done. I'm going to flip it over and drift from the other side a little bit, then that one will be done. When is my forge supposed to show up? It said Friday, like the 27th, I think. So, not in time for this, but yeah. Hello from Florida. Looks chilly there. Yeah, it's in the 20s. I think you did block my ability to message me. Am I coming through? Yes, you are. I think that was because YouTube decided that your message of, and I quote, "you're a blacksmith," was inappropriate and held it for review. You can comment though. YouTube is dumb sometimes. Be right back, gotta walk your dog. Alright, see you in a bit, Jeff. Just woke up and wanted to spend my birthday with you. Happy birthday, Void Star. Hope you have a good birthday. day. How much do your hammers go for? Roundabout. I realize every size prices. So these are for a class that I'm teaching. It was an 8-week hammer class, but the students, it was 9 to 14-year-old boys, and they don't have a lot of oomph to actually get the hammers punched and drifted, so I ended up having to finish punching and drifting all the hammers. So these are going to be for that. And so I need to have 19 hammers, finishing up the last 19 of the class hammers before 1:30 on Monday. That's when I need to have them done. So I'm probably not going to be talking a lot. I'm just going to be going. But a hammer this size, these are like £1.5. That'll probably go for like 50 or 60 bucks. It's fairly quick, especially if I do a lot of them at the same time like this. Alright, and also, since I have a really tight time limit, I can't stick to quite as high of a quality of work as I would normally want to. I don't know if you guys can see that. The sun's kind of shining. I'm kind of backlit here a little bit. But that's going to have to do for first. Because I cannot afford to forge these all really, really nicely. There just is not enough time for that. Yeah, that's a lot of work. You're subbing, see you some other time? Alright, see you around. Oh, well, I guess not see you around, but I'm going to be live doing the same thing tomorrow, so yeah. have a bit of a cold right now, so that's why I got my tea, and I'm going to be walking off to go blow my nose every so often. But I got to get this stuff done, so I'm still going to be working at it. Hey, what's up, your daily nerd? Hi. So right now what I'm doing is I am drifting hammers. So I'm using this is called a hammer I drift, and I'm using it to make it go from looking like this to looking like this to looking like that. This is one that I just finished. This is one that's just as punched. So it is quite a lot of work, and I have a lot of them to do and not a lot of time to do it. So I'm just going to be going as fast as possible. Unfortunately, my forge is quite loaded up and not very powerful because it's very old. So we might have to wait a little bit. Yeah, it's a lot of work, a lot of swinging this big 5.5 pound hammer. So I'm probably going to be at this most of the day, until like, I don't know, dinner time. Yep, just got to keep on swinging. Unfortunately, the limiting factor today is probably going to be my forge and how fast it can heat up the pieces. Especially since it's in the 20s right now. So the propane tanks are going to freeze up real quick. And if the propane tank freezes up, basically propane turning from a liquid, which is stored as in the tank, into a gas, makes it cold. like, I guess it generates cold, for lack of a better term. And when it's already really cold, then it might get so cold that the propane doesn't want to turn into a gas anymore. It just wants to stay as a liquid. And that's very bad, because it means basically the tank will try and pretend that it's empty. So I have a spare tank so I can switch between them, but it's still going to be a problem. Now we're just waiting for the hammers to heat up in there. So, yeah. Can you all hear and see me all right? When I'm looking at the screen, it looks like you can't hardly see anything, but I think that's because the sun's shining on it. So yeah. Good luck with your forgeman. See you later. See you, Z. third one done in 30 minutes. That is a good rate. This tea is saving my life right now. What I just did was the 3 hammers that I already had finished, I dumped in my slack tub to try and warm up that water a little bit, and then I put the propane tank in there, and that should stop it from freezing up unless it freezes the entire slacked up solid. But as long as I keep dunking the hammers I finish in there, we should be able to stop that from happening, as well as dunking the drift in there. So I think we might be able to make this one work. So that was the fourth one I've done. I have 6 more partially drifted ones to finish, and then I have 9 not at all drifted, just punched ones to finish. And I think I might be able to finish all of this stuff today, which would be really nice. See if I can do that. what I've got going on basically, if you're new here, you're just now tuning in, I've got a bunch of hammers that I need to drift. Drifting is when you use this tool to basically take the eye from just like a punched hole and you take it to a hole that you can put a hammer handle into, like this one. This is what it looks like as punched. So, yeah. Hello. What steel did you use? Those hammers are A33. So, Atlantic 33, Flutagon. I'm not entirely sure what's in it, or how it works, but it does work very well. So, yeah, it's a really good hammer or tool steel, because, for like hot work, because, like, something with the way it's made and the elements that are in it, it's a water-quenching, non-tempering steel. So basically what that means is if you want to heat treat it, you just dunk it in the water, and it's good. You don't need to temper it, you don't need to be careful about, like, the temperature you quench it at or anything. You can just dunk it in there, and then polish it up a little bit, and you're good to go. So that's what it makes it really good for drifts and stuff like that, where it's going to be sitting inside a piece of steel and getting real hot. You can just dunk it in the water and then get back to work. So yeah. What steel do you recommend for forging a draw knife? Oh, there's a couple different steels that would be really good for it. The best steel, performance-wise, would probably be something like 52-100. Something that'll keep a really fine edge basically forever. If you're new, then 1084 is just about the easiest high carbon steel to heat treat. With just like a little bit of practice and watching a YouTube video, you should be able to get a very good heat treat out of 1084. So if you're new and want to try something out for the first time, or if you've never heat treated any kind of sharpened object, then 1084 would be the one to go with. Yep. There's another one. That one will go in the bucket. Back. Nice. How's walking the dog, Jeff? Also, Andre, one sec. Here's a knife I'm currently working on out of 52100. This is the source of the 52100. A nice big chunk of bearing race. And so 52100 is a lot harder to heat treat because you need to soak it, which means basically you need to keep it at a pretty specific temperature for a decent amount of time. I think it's like 15 to 30 minutes with 52100, and that's hard to do even if you are experienced in a forge. You pretty much need a kiln to get a really nice heat treat out of it. That's number 6, I think. Yeah, number 6. Bought a K meter for your forge, helps a lot. Yeah, I'll bet that does. When I get a new forge, I might modify it to have a thermocouple. Maybe running along the top or something where it won't get disturbed. Also, yeah, for those of you who don't know what Jeff's talking about there, it's basically a super duper high temperature thermometer that you can use to measure the inside of a forge. This one's going to need a lot more drifting. You have a piece of angle iron over it? Oh yeah, I guess so it's not like directly in the flame, yeah. it just permanently in there, or is it something you like slide in when you need it? Keep it in? Alright. Back. Hey, back. I'm Duck. You have a full hole in the fire brick in the back of your forge. Alright, that's probably what I'll do. Because the Atlas Plus is like a box, and then the inside is round. And it's got like a permanent, like 90% door with just a little like gap in the bottom so you can run longer stuff through it. So I might just like drill a hole in the back near the top and like slide a thermocouple in there and then seal it back up with some refractory. Couldn't resist. Yeah, that'll make stuff a lot easier, and also having the roundness will make sliding a piece of angle iron in there easier. I won't have to use as big a piece of angle iron. Hello. Yeah, also, Jeff, I've added a fourth slot in the forge so that I can have two warming up at once instead of just the one. That way my forge can keep up and actually keep the heat in there. When I was punching the last of the hammers on Thursday, I was cycling through them so quick that the forge couldn't actually stay at heat. How cold is it outside? It is in the low 20s right now. So, it's chilly. Keep down on meditating. You're the one watching the stream. I appreciate it, but you don't have to be watching this. Sweet, nice, yes. It is very nice. Alright, this is going to be a satisfying one. No, I don't think I can make you a tractor. I don't think that's something that would quite work. But yeah, I think you might. That's not my area of expertise. You might want to go looking for a mechanic. All right, we're back. Wait. If I missed it, how many more hammers to go? Alright, well, there's 4 in the forge that are in some stage of being drifted, and then there's 9 that are just as punched. So, yeah. We got quite a bit to go. But I have all day, so I think I'll be able to finish them today, and then I can just relax tomorrow. Yeah, I think it is achievable to finish this today, which will be great. And I can add up how many hours I spent on this. I'm getting paid 20 an hour, so it should be a decent chunk of change. Tornado. Yep, like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe. You're also angry about some gaming channel. Yeah, that's why you don't use a hammer with a metal handle. The wood, well, you see how it works is the wood and the metal don't vibrate at the same frequency. Like the metal has a frequency it really likes to vibrate at, and the wood has a different one. So if you stick them together really strong, then they kind of cancel each other out. That's why you can mostly silence an anvil by fastening it to a stump really, really tight. And yeah, if you use a hammer with a metal handle, then yes, that's absolutely a problem. But with a wood handle, you're mostly fine. Great hot and cold content, like a McFlurry with hot caramel? Absolutely. It is in the low 20s out here right now, so hot and cold. Hot steel, hot tea, cold meat. Been swinging a hammer for over 30 years. Hammers are fine. Hands are fine. Yep. If you do it right and you use good tools and good technique, you're going to be fine. Villager, huh? Yep, villager. Propane. My forge is running on propane. Coal forges are cool, but it's just too much tinkering with it for my taste. My books are closed. I probably need to change my social media bios to say that. But my books are closed for a while. I'm going to finish up the commissions that I have. And some of them are really cool. But I'm going to finish up the commissions that I have, and then I'm going to make a really cool sword. I want to do something cool and fun. Also, Jeff, the green is back. I am from Pennsylvania. Where's my... Yeah. My head keeps getting rotated. Go birds. What you can do if your eye is weird and wonky like this one is just set it so that the eye is vertical and reforge the faces of your hammer a little bit to where the eye is. So even though they're not parallel with the hammer, they are parallel with the eye. And then you can just finish it up with grinding. 90s, Ben Hills in Europe now. 78. Yeah, Hershey's is cool. I went there when I was in 4th grade. Do you find you have to eat the steel mod? Alright, so, are you asking, like, whether or not a cold anvil affects it? It does, but not for the reason you think. Cold steel, it conducts heat faster. So you know how, like, some materials conduct heat faster than others? Copper conducts heat really fast, wood conducts heat really slow. That also changes with temperature. So, cold anvil, it's not because of the difference in temperature relative to the steel. Like, that block of steel is probably 18 or 1900 degrees. It doesn't care whether or not the anvil is 22 degrees, is 50 degrees colder or warmer. It just doesn't. The relative difference is not there. But a cold anvil, the physics, it acts different in like a physics sense, and thermodynamically, it transfers the heat faster. So a cold anvil actually does lead to slower heats because it sucks away the heat faster. But not because of like the actual difference in heat. Yes, I am a blacksmith. And the steel I'm using for these hammers is A33. It's a really good steel for hammers and tools because it's a water-quenching, non-tempering steel, which means you can just heat it up, dunk it in a bucket of water, and it's good. You don't have to temper it or be careful with it. So yeah, that's why I'm using that. That's a really good steel, especially for drifts. Marbo is as short as of blacksmiths in Ireland. Yeah, a lot of Europe doesn't have quite so many. Yeah, I think, by the way, Marbo, the glue up turned out quite nice on those. And then I think I might be able to get through all the rest of the hammers today, because I only have 2 of the 10 that were in some stage of being drifted, and I only have 9 that are as punched, so I think I can finish them all today. Yeah, Fingal Ferguson is great. Blow my nose real quick. I'm gonna be like Fingal when you grow up. You have kids, Marbo. You have kids. I think you are a little bit grown up, maybe. Farriers making shoe horses, donkeys, and mules. Yep. I think that's probably most of what you guys have in Ireland, right? I mean, yeah, you're more grown up than me, I think. I gotta toss some glue onto this thing. By the way, these are my two favorite hammers. I got a 1.5 pound cross peen and a 5.5 pound driver. Farm cheese making, knife making business. Yeah, that would be really cool. In my case, it's a big number. Hey, you're doing pretty good, Jeff. You make some good stuff. Eight done in 80 minutes. That's a good rate. Seeing about 1 mile from the Croc Plains were raised for thousands of years. That's cool. That's very cool. You guys have a lot more. Well, you guys everywhere has about the same amount of history. Because it's been around about the same amount of time, but there's a lot of like culture and stuff in Europe that isn't as prevalent here in America, just because we erased most of the culture here about 200 years ago. What range of tools? Mostly I make knives. This is one I have in progress that's been glued up and needs to be finished. There's only one H. There's only one H in my name. But yeah. But I make these hammers are for class. And then I make knives. Sometimes I make little blacksmithing trinkets. Mostly at shows I do that. But yeah, mostly knives, and I restore some hammers and tools and stuff. that is that one done. I do knives on a made-to-order basis. Yeah, I do knives on a made-to-order basis. So if you want a knife, you can hit me up on Instagram, and then we'll discuss. And then I'll give you a quote, usually $50 plus materials beforehand, and approximately how long it'll take me, and then I charge $20 an hour, and that'll be the final price. I don't make knives, like I don't just have knives on stock that you can just buy. It's made to order. Was your apprenticeship 4 more years? I was never apprenticed. I'm just kind of learning as I go. A lot of YouTube, a lot of trial and error is how I learned. But I was never an apprentice to anybody. We couldn't find anybody that would take me on. There aren't a ton of blacksmiths in my local area. I'm kind of in the middle of an empty void of blacksmiths where there's tons an hour and a half away in every direction. Weapon? Nah. Right now I'm making hammers. I do that sometimes though. Usually not on YouTube. YouTube doesn't seem to be a huge fan of weapons. That is true. Everything is a weapon if you're creative enough. Forge Forward, fellow Smith? Absolutely. I'm making great progress so far. So yeah, they got people here 3D printing everything on YouTube. Yeah. YouTube really seems to, like, it'll allow some stuff for one channel and then not allow the same stuff for another channel, seemingly without any pattern to it. So, you know, some things work, some things don't. I'm not real interested in finding out what the line is for my specific channel, especially since I'm doing really, really good right now. I've grown like a lot in the last week. For reference, last week, exactly 1 week ago, Sunday last week, I was at about 485 subscribers. I'm not sure exactly what I'm at now, but at the beginning of the stream I was at 805. So I've gained over 300 subscribers in the last week, which is wild. Alright, this is the first of the not at all drifted ones. So we're just gonna go for it. And really get this thing started off strong. Melt down gold and silver if you have the chance. I don't do much casting. I mostly do forging. People have entire podcasts on how to game the algorithm. Yeah, that's a large amount of the media on YouTube is on how to do YouTube better, which I think is kind of ironic. But yeah. This is the last of the partially drifted ones. We're just on to the completely undrifted ones. Alright, so I'm gonna pull you guys off the stand, flip you around and show you my system. So what I got slot 1, which is where the one I just finished was. Slot 2, now it goes over to slot 1. Slot 3, back here, goes into slot 2. Like so. Slot 4, right here, goes into slot 3, if I can fit it in there. And then staging, right here, goes into slot 4. Right there. And so that's how I'm running my forge right now. And that way I always have a warm-ish hammer ready to go into slot 2. So that I'm not waiting on the hammers to warm up for nearly so long. So yeah. You guys back around. Put you back on the stand. you source your metals. The steel I'm working with right now, the A33, was supplied by the guy who like owns the school I'm teaching at. But usually I just work with like old leaf springs and scrapped bearing races and stuff like that. The only steel I really buy is like, sometimes I'll buy pieces of weld steel from the hardware store if I need a specific size for something. Kyle Royer's stuff is pretty legit. It is. He is amazing. Got his Baby Bowie in intro class. That's cool. That's something I definitely want to do at some point, but I just can't justify the expense right now, so I'm not doing it. So we're making decent progress on this one. That's what it looks like as punched, and that's what it looks like in the 2 heats we've been drifting it. So there we go. Still has $27? 20. Damn. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought. It still is. That's cool. Yeah, I thought it was way more expensive than that. don't get me wrong, I still can't justify that expense, but that's not nearly as bad as I thought. It is in the low 20s right now. It's not supposed to get above freezing today, so yeah, it's pretty cold. All the other classes are... Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was like the other ones. Use the hammer to make the hammer. Yep. Using a 5.5 pound hammer to make 1.5 pound hammers. And occasionally using my other 1.5 pound hammer to fix my 5.5. Hammerception. Just out over here. By the way, this is not what those hammers are going to look like. I'm not nearly that good of a blacksmith. This is more like what it's going to look like. A little bit wonky. Not quite as good as it maybe could be. But it's what I have to do because I do not have enough time to make them all good. Don't get me wrong, I could, but I don't have the time for that. What have you made till now? Well, let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hammers. I have nine hammers left out of 40. So, quite a lot. This here is what I've already finished today in the time that I've been live. So, we're doing pretty good. A33 physical, 99% iron, 20% copper, and 0.2% copper, 9.9% manganese. Oh, it doesn't have any carbon in it? Doesn't have like 0.3% carbon? Yeah, I'm making hammers. They're not awesome. I'll say that. I'm working on a very tight time budget. I have to have all of these hammers done by like 1:30 tomorrow. So I'm not making them good, I'm making them functional, if you know what I mean. Yeah, Jeff. Doesn't have any copper in it? Or no, carbon? That seems weird. Like, you'd think you'd want carbon in a tool steel. But, yeah. It seems like it would be about 0.3% carbon. see what I'm doing, right? Yeah, okay, maybe. With A33, it's a water quenching, non-tempering steel. So basically you just quench them and they're good. It's the same stuff that my drift is made out of, and that's working fantastically. Doesn't say carbon, I believe it has no carbon. Yeah, it seems like it'll probably be a lower medium carbon. A lot of tool steels are. Like a 30% would make sense. Usually when there's carbon, when there's a number in a steel name, at least one of the numbers is how much carbon it's got in it. So 33%, A33 would be 0.3% carbon, which is a lower medium carbon level. That would make sense. Yeah, it would be very weird for it to have copper and not carbon. Yeah, numbers are a little bit goofy. But I am going to go to the bathroom. I'll be back very soon. Marble Entertainment. 0.3% carbon, that makes sense. Well, we gained viewers, so I think you did alright. Yeah, I did take a look around and see if I could find anything on this stuff. It is not easy to find information about it. I guess they don't want anyone else to be able to make it. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I think, Jeff, you weren't able to find the patent for it, were you? Because the patent would definitely have that kind of information on it. Look into that, guys. Do some research on A33. I wonder, do either of you guys have Laren Thomas on Instagram? Because you can message him, he might know. He knows that kind of stuff. Apparently evident. You do? Let's pitch on. I'll see if I can ask him there. Alright, cool. Thanks. I didn't think to ask him before. I probably should. He tends to answer DMs pretty quickly. He's pretty good about that. Yeah, let us know if he responds while I'm still live. And if he doesn't, then I guess just message it, put it in the Eric's Discord. Gosh, look at that. This drift is getting beat up. Nice. All that drift quenching that I've been doing has warmed up the water in my slack tub enough that it's like warm to the touch, and now the propane tank's not going to freeze up because we're quenching the drift often enough that it's making up for the cold that the propane tank is generating by trying to freeze up. This is great. I might not even need the spare propane tank I have. watching and you haven't already, subscribe. I'm probably going to be finishing up the rest of these hammers either today or tomorrow on live stream. And then I probably won't be making hammers for a while. But I do work on a lot of other cool stuff. So I'm going to, after Christmas break is over, I'm going to try and be live streaming like 5 or 6 times a week. So this is definitely something that's here to stay. And if you enjoy this kind of stuff, subscribe. Find anything, Marvo? Afraid not? Alright. We'll figure it out at some point. But, yeah, I can see why. Like, they're trying to keep, like, the recipe quiet. Because, like, this stuff is awesome. And they want to be able to continue to make it. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be really nice to take a break after I finish these and finish the knives. I've been working quite a lot this last week and a half, 2 weeks. 12 down, 7 to go. Yeah, it is quite cold outside. It is in the low, maybe mid-20s right now in Fahrenheit. That's like negative a couple of degrees in Celsius. I don't know exactly. But yeah, it is very cold. Yeah, the patent for Damascus ran out. And pretty much the second it ran out, I don't know if you saw, if you follow Alex Steele, but he immediately started a video series on Damascus. And it's doing really well too. Definitely not going to be trying any Damascus. Yeah. I'm not going to be trying Damascus, I'll tell you that right now. Like, it's tough for Alec with his probably multi-million-dollar workshop and decade plus of experience, and I have not even $1,000 worth of tools. We somehow got A33 and H13 confused. Well, that sucks. So was the well, no, it was Jeff who had the element numbers earlier. So yeah, I was like, you're nuts for hot work. Oh yeah, E33 isn't too bad. I haven't hot worked A13 or H13, but it sounds like a chore. I mean, A33 is free. Like, it does still take effort. But it's not as bad as like A2. Yeah, I saw that video. That was quite the video. The QR code Damascus. Yeah, I was watching on my phone, so I wasn't able to scan it. What does it lead to, Jeff? Not sure. Oh, you didn't try it? Yeah, no thanks. Plus, they're already sold out anyways. Forged piece of titanium ones. As soon as you're done forging. Yeah, I've forged some titanium. It moves pretty nicely, but it just wants to crack and crumble. I think I wasn't forging it quite hot enough. Yeah. And it's a lot of money, but like, you gotta charge what you gotta charge. Especially with like shop hours and stuff like that. And like, they sold out, so it's not like they're not selling. I'm not sure, how many did he make? Did he make like 10 or something? I think he might have made 10. I like that he has a fan base that he has. Oh yeah. And like, he's worked super hard for it. He's been doing YouTube for probably like 10 years now. Yeah, just isn't for you. I mean, yeah, his style of videos is like, some people really like him, and some people just really don't. So there's to it. Yeah, I made like 10, but it still has a 6-inch block left. Yeah, that'll be. Wonder what he's gonna do with that. It's not like you can make like a sword out of it, because like, it'll be so distorted that it won't work. So I don't know what his plans are for that. I probably would have just cut up most of this thing, cut it most of the way up, and made a bunch more of those slices. Especially since they sold out so quick. Hey, what's up, 210? Need to glue the wedge in? Yeah. I haven't gotten around to it because I've just been working. Oh, tap it back in. That's fine. This is probably going to be the last hammer live stream. I'm really close to being finished. I've gotten this many done since the start of the live stream. I only have like 7. Yeah, I only have 7 left to go. So we're probably going to be finishing this time, which is really exciting. Safety is always fine until it's not. Yeah, that's true. Last year live streams. Still live streams. I probably won't stream much until after winter break is over. So basically until the new year. Just kind of chill a little bit. But there will definitely be more live streams. And maybe more hammers in the future. But probably not for a little bit because I'm kind of sick of hammers, to be honest with you. I am getting a new forge. It's coming on Friday. I already ordered it. So once I get the new forge, that'll be able to be capable of forge welding. And I'm also getting a really nice big Damascus making hammer from Frank Machado. So yeah, we did get snow. I don't know how much you can see. There's a decent amount of it still. It's in like the 20s right now, so none of it's melting. We might even have a kind of white-ish Christmas. It's gonna be, which would be the first time that I can remember having had a white Christmas. But I'm gonna be getting a 6-pound cross-peen hammer from Frank Machado. So that'll be really nice to have, and that'll make making Damascus real easy. Yes. Hello, Tofomatic. How you doing? Yeah, you're, what's the weather like for you, 210? Okay, calm down, Marvo. I just want to see when Hammerheads today? Yeah. This is what I've gotten done so far during the live stream. I'm about to finish one. And so, yeah. We're definitely getting through them, which is really nice. Biggest hammer is 3.5. Yeah, this is 5.5, and I want a little bit bigger one, and I really want a big cross peen for drawing out big blocks of steel for for Damascus or making drifts and stuff like that. And making swords from Damascus. Yes, very busy dude. I'm just finishing up the last of 40 hammers that I drifted. And I punched most of them as well. Probably like 30 of them I punched and drifted. So, yeah. I've been very busy. Lots of swinging big hammers. Alright, there's another one. 13 down, 6 to go. Alright. I imagine most of you guys right now haven't seen my forge setup, so I'm gonna show you. Move you around. Alright, so what I got, 4 slots. Slot 1 right here, where slot 2 is gonna go. Slot 2 right here, where slot 3 is going to go. And slot 3 right there, where slot 4 is going to go. And then staging over here goes to slot 4. Yeah. So that's my thing. And that way I can always have hammers heating up in the background and I'm not waiting for hammers to heat up nearly so much. Random thought, but you should have a certain album playing in the background. I have Christmas music going. You just can't hear it. Yeah, that is Mr. Volcano. Actually, I do have a 5-pound sledgehammer. Guess I could cut the handle down and give it a try. Yeah, they're like a 16 or 18 inch handle. Is good for bigger hammers, so that way you can use it as a striking hammer if you want, but you can also swing it with one hand. Yeah, that's a Mr. Volcano 1 burner forge, which they don't sell anymore, so that's cool. Hey, what's up, Dominic? Oh my god, okay. Whenever these two are in the chat, I can't read it anymore because they speak in German. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's lasted 2.5 years of me using it, and it only costs like $80, so that's better than it had any right to. I did order a replacement, so yeah. You're just saying how you're doing? Yeah, I'm mostly joking. Jeez. I ain't reading that out loud. Still on the hammers? Yes, we're finishing up the hammers today. I only have 6 more to do, and I've already done this many this stream, so we're definitely finishing them. How you save your fingers? I don't really. They're fine. You have to do overtime? Yeah, this is overtime, and I'm getting paid 20 bucks an hour for it. Might need to learn German? Yeah, maybe. I think spindle press would be great. 12 ton. If I had bench space for that and money, I would. That would be very nice. How do you save your fingers? Fingers are fine. On the way, you're not done? You think? I ain't doing more hammers, that's for damn sure. You're using the graphite. The graphite was great for the punching, but it doesn't stick to the drift properly, so I haven't been using it for drifting. Spindle press, like an arbor press. Arbor press, Marbo. Chad is very much alive today. Yeah, definitely. Very much alive. Yeah, I'd sure hope so. I'm not making any more hammers for a while after this. This is the striking side. By the way, this is how mushroomed the top of the drift has gotten over the course of today's live stream in the last 2.5 hours. Yeah, hit the like button if you like the stream. Oh, fly press? Alright. Fingers grow back. Yeah, they grow back. It's fine. This is my 3rd set. Yeah, fly press. Fly press would also be nice, but I do not have the shop space for a fly press. Not just bigger hammer, but a bigger anvil. Oh, yeah, sup, Randy. Got my 5.5 pound hammer and my 65 pound anvil. So, yeah. This hammer is too big for this anvil, if you follow the conventional rules. Yeah. I am getting a bigger anvil soon. There's a 132-pound cast steel London pattern anvil that a child recently came out with that I'm going to be getting. So that'll help. But this thing's frozen down to the ground. It's not going anywhere. Yeah, fly press would be really nice. You need at least 165-pound anvil, but for 5.5. Yeah, apparently your anvil is supposed to be 20 to 30 times the weight of your hammer, and this anvil is just over 10 times the weight of this hammer. But it's doing pretty good. What do you think about stainless steel? Yeah, pretty stiff. I haven't done any TIG with stainless. But yeah. Yeah, this is what I've already finished today. This is 13. I already finished during today's live stream. So 13 in 2.5 hours. 2.5 is that's what? Shit. 15. Yeah. So it's a little over 10 minutes per hammer. Those are about 1.5 pounds. Like APL. So you ever need for a blade? Yeah. It's a little bit wonky, but there's another one. Yeah. Y'all been chatting it up. 22-inch blade, 6-inch tang. Yeah, that's don't make me yawn here. Yeah. Oh, you guys are talking already. Keep at it. But even with the little small anvil, if you fasten it down properly to a good stump, and especially if you sink that stump down into the ground, it's not going anywhere, and it'll act like a much bigger anvil. If even if it's small. Yeah, I listen to a good amount of that. Not tons, but pretty good. Of course, recently I've only listened to Christmas music and Stormlight 5. How are you not hitting your hands? Practice. What do you think about pizza with weird toppings? No. No pineapple. Absolutely not. Do I just need different radius edges? Good horn. People calculate anvil sizes, but they rarely include the weight of the stands. That is true. It's not just the size of the anvil, but the size of the whole thing. You can just stick stuff to it and make it heavier. I need to make a forge. I really want to get into the world of forging. Aerospace. Oh, damn. Aerospace welder? You're probably pretty good off then. Sounds like fun. Hang around, piss the neighbors off. Exactly. Do those gloves protect the hands? From the heat? Well, my hand's fairly close to the steel, so there's radiant heat, and then that also helps keep my hand warm against the cold. And if I do accidentally hit my hand, which has happened before, it'll get smacked down against the steel, and then I'll just singe the outside of the glove instead of getting a serious burn on my hand. A forged Swiss anvil from 1880. So it's good in condition. God damn! 462? What other tools you make? Mostly these. Knives. I make a lot of knives. But yeah. Pineapple does not belong on a pizza. If you're not a sweet guy and you're not a savory guy, what are you then? What are you? Salty guy? You just like salt? taco pizza is about as weird as I get. Taco pizza is fantastic. What are you talking about? Taco pizza isn't weird. It's pure salt. I've seen worse pizza. All I say is Chicago. Chicago style is its own style of pizza. That's fine. You have a good workshop. I dream to have. My workshop is a storage shed that only has 2 outlets and doesn't have 220, and I forge outside. My workshop is not a very good workshop. As a kid, I used to salt because it calmed me down. Wow. Better than WD-40, I guess. I just do one or the other. Sweet, if it's sweet, if it's savory, keep it savory. True. So I do kind of like savory sweets. Just make everything. Yeah. Don't like this. Fanta has 4 times more sugar than normal. US Fanta? Yeah, probably. Chicago pizza and pizza is more like. Yeah, but that's why it's good. All the stuff in the US has more sugar. It does. What's up, Eric? We are working hard getting these last few hammers done. I only have one waiting outside the forge. This is what I got done today. 14 hammers in this live stream, only 5 to go. We're finishing today, guys. We're finishing today. Yeah, I see that. It's gonna break if it drops when it's hot. No. Gosh. Yeah, I'll be back real quick with a thing. I'm not sure why it decided that now's a good time to start, but yeah, I'll tighten this back up. There we go. That's better. Alright, let's see what's been doing. Next Saturday's live stream will show us. Yeah. Who is your favorite YouTuber? That's close. Probably either Alex Steele, ClickSpring, or Cutting Edge Engineering Australia. Like, I really love hanging out and, like, chatting and doing the live streams with you, Eric, but overall, as a YouTuber, not my favorite. Sorry, bro. You are from a completely different, you're from a completely different fan base. Colin Furs is good. I haven't watched too much of his stuff. I feel like to really watch his stuff, you need to have been watching for like 8 years, or you're really just not going to quite get it. So that's why he's not on that list. Duckrabbit is the only YouTuber I actively watch live. Cool. It's also a Discord. Yeah. Alright, so I got the two horns. This one's a square horn, and this one's round. And they're basically used for similar things. Like this one is really good for like widening open holes and stuff like that, forging stuff out. But yeah, when it comes to YouTube content, I'm definitely not a live viral entertainer kind of guy. Yeah, Ian Z is cool. The other day I was forging, and I shouted him out as a live streaming blacksmith, and he popped up in the chat like a couple minutes later. It was kind of wild. First duck stream, nice. Hope you subscribe. Maybe I need more of an accent and cool editing. Yeah. And Colin's videos lost a bit of character. Now he has a big workshop and all his fancy machines. Yeah, definitely. I'm from Pennsylvania, in America. But don't we all want to get a cool shop? Yeah, I just think, I get what you're saying, where like, his videos were just had a little bit more heart to him when he was making all that cool stuff in a really small shop. But it is still very nice. How do you make the hammer? Corners are a bit spiked. So what you do for that, here I'm going to take another heat and I'll explain it while I'm forging. But what you do for that is you punch and drift the hole and do what I'm doing now, and then you would set it up in a vise and take a hot chisel and chisel in grooves and like a plus sign across the face, and just really chisel those in really deep, and then you can maybe forge on the corners a little bit and do a little bit of grinding, and that'll get you to having those points. I haven't made one, but I've seen them made. Like to live the American dream? I don't know, I'm 17. I'm not quite living that yet. I made all this stuff just in a shed. Yeah, I think that's when like the Colin Furze videos had the most magic. And yeah, I do want to make a Warhammer at some point. If you want to commission me one, then I would definitely make one. Behind me, what about it? It's just my shed. That's just the shed where I do all the indoor work. But yeah. It's a little bit wonky, but there's number 14. said days were great. Yeah. Who taught you? YouTube and failure taught me how to forge. And Eric Rivers. Trade full course. Do you smoke? No, I'm 17. I do not smoke. I'm too poor to commission stuff. However, I live to see you make one if you make it. Showing how to turn a hammer into a warhammer. So enough times I remember every line. No, your English is real good. And yeah, I do want to make one at some point. But I have a bunch of commissions and not a lot of time. So, I don't know if I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm still kind of nursing a cold, but I would definitely love to make a Warhammer at some point. Yep, YouTube University. Dog hammer, head hammer soon. Nice. Pick on the other end, maybe. Not sure. Maybe a hammer or an axe on the other. Then I'll be doing a warhammer. Hell yeah. Yeah, you do gotta check out Eric. He does Saturday night live streams. They're very good. Alright, give you a follow, Duck. On as you do on your other projects. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Alright. Give this hammer a quick trim up. Tap those wedges back into place. Now we're back in business. Gonna be the first thing to do when you get your Ford finished. Spontoon Hawk. Okay, what about the climate now? It is probably 20 something degrees. Oh, Hacksmith Industries is awesome. You gotta check them out. Marbo. But yeah, it's probably 20 something degrees Fahrenheit, negative a couple Celsius. There we go. Gosh. Well, there's our Wi-Fi stuff, and they do a lot of cool stuff. They're currently making a T60 power armor from Fallout. Yeah, they don't do much forging, but they do. Well, they haven't done any forging in a long time, but they do a lot of like robotics and like engineering stuff. It was very cool. It's a Canadian YouTube channel. Was the wood? Not sure what this is. I think it's oak. The wood for the handles for those is going to be hickory. There's England, no stable Wi-Fi. Yep. Yeah, no stable Wi-Fi. Well, it's stable except once per live stream, it just doesn't. It just doesn't. Amazing job. Thank you. That wasn't a very good heat. Why wasn't it? It's brown time ascus. Yep. I think it's a good time we're almost done. It's a good thing we're almost done because this drift is getting chewed up. Look at that. That is wild. Timothy Take, he is fantastic. He makes some really good hammers and axes and stuff like that. Personally, I'm very disappointed he didn't continue that Integral Guard Bowie series he started, because that would have been really cool. But, oh well, win some, you lose some. Another one. That is 16 done, I think. Wi-Fi speed. Alright. So you can see. Getting cut already. Out. Alright, what? Phone sign, I have to head out. Alright, see ya, Tophomatic. Get her done. Yep. I find him awesome because he's always trying to improve his stuff that he makes so he can make it yeah, his like tooling and stuff like that is insane. Alright guys, big milestone. We no longer have a hammer in slot 4. We just have slots 1, 2, and 3. We're just 3 more. Just 3 more and then we're done. How do you respond to negative comments? Either ignore them or make fun of them, depending on the comment. Marbo also is here to delete any that would be like super duper problematic. But yeah, like the liberal media, there will be no negative comments. Hell yeah. Be conformity. What's the temp here? It is in the 20s right now. It's making a joke. But yeah, the other day, I had a dude come in and start criticizing, and he later admitted that he just watched a lot of Forged in Fire and didn't actually know anything. So that was pretty funny. No, we do not understand Russian. Don't let that be moderate. Well, it's back locked up, that's all we watched. Forged in Fire is great, but it does not make you a blacksmith. And you are the moderator because you're here most of the live streams for most of the live stream. Yeah, made you mod so that Arthur and Dominic don't make the chat into Germans. That's why you're a mod. If you really don't want to be a moderator, I can unmod you, but you're doing a decent job so far. Yeah. What? I don't know what you're talking about there. But, we're just making hammers here. That's all we're doing. It's usually the problem most of the time. Yeah. It's not like your kind of problem that you're modding against. It's like random people coming in here and spamming FU. That is the problem. How heavy is the anvil? 65 pounds. It's like 30 kilos-ish. Sending love from... Is that Ireland? I think that's Ireland. But yeah, it's too light of an anvil for this 5.5 pound, 2.5 kilo hammer. India? Oh, my bad. Look at those pictures. Yeah. That's who you're guarding against. Not... You're guarding against the weird trolls, not the funny trolls. You're a funny troll. Sending love from India? Thank you. I apologize for not recognizing what that flag was. I'm not too good with that kind of stuff. No thanks. No thanks, Arthur. In Sri Lanka? Cool. Try black. Yep. No, it's fine. I just set the hammer down in the wrong spot and it fell. It's not a problem. Temperature? Out right here, just like the ambient temperature is like the mid-20s probably, or like a couple degrees below 0 in Celsius. The temperature of the steel is probably, when it comes out there, about 1,000 degrees Celsius maybe. But yeah. We're making good progress. Although I think we're starting to discover the lifespan for a 33 hammer eye drift, because this one is chewed up. You guys can't quite see it, but it's like weebly wobbly and lumpity bumpity. Yeah. The lifespan is probably like 50 or 60 hammers. and I'm like 35 hammers in. What's the temperature in the city? Okay, so just the ambient temperature outside, it's like probably like 25 degrees Fahrenheit. Or like I said, a couple degrees below 0 Celsius. So it's chilly, but it's not like insanely cold. Yeah, it drifted like 35, I think. But this is what the top of that drift looks like after the last 3 hours and 15 minutes of forging. I addressed it back completely to round before today's live stream, and it's now, well, I'll measure how big across it is at the end of the live stream. Also, look how cute this little baby hammer is. Like, this is about the size they normally are. And look at this cute little baby one. Mexico, hi. Making things warm and cold could be expensive when it's below 0 Celsius. Well, I mean, it's not too much expensive, because like the forge is like 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, so it doesn't care about a 50-degree temperature difference outside. The relative temperature difference is not huge. You have a hammer somewhere the size of a pinky finger. This is my littlest hammer. This is a 4-ounce French-style crossbeam hammer, and it is my engraving hammer. You see, did some engraved directions on it. Not directions, but decorations. How much gas do you use for all of these hammers? Probably like 3/4 of a tank. This tank is almost out, so I'm gonna try and finish up all these last few hammers before it runs out completely. But yeah. May not be able to finish them all in time though, because the flame is getting pretty low. We're below 10 psi. Where to purchase my hammers? What? I don't stock hammers. These are for something else. I'm not selling these. But if you want a hammer, reach out to me on Instagram at Duckrabbit Forging on Instagram, and I can probably hook you up. I'm not going to be making any hammers for a while, probably a month at least, because I made 40 in the last week. But yeah, show me snowfall. Snow. There's your snow. Wet. Hammer artist, kind of. Yeah. So if you want to buy a hammer, reach out to me on Instagram, and I can hook you up in probably about a month. But I think this tank is running out of gas. Yep, there it goes. Almost. So close to being able to do them all with this one. But not quite. Luckily, I have a spare tank on hand. So we're not stuck with only a couple of hammers away from being completed. Come on. Come on. God damn it. There we go. Oh, that's kind of cool. Look at that layer of ice on the bottom there. Water's a little bit chilly, but not freezing. Alright. Drop the replacement tank in the water. And now we just have to wait for the forge to heat back up. My specialty is knives, but I can do hammers pretty good, especially if I have time to make them right. Your place is snowing too? Hell yeah. This shows at the northern hemisphere. Yeah, northern hemisphere would be nice. 60 degrees in Texas. Yeah, it would be nice to... I don't know. It's going to be really nice to finally have a chance at a white Christmas. I'm a winter guy. If it be me, I live in Alaska. I'm an Indian. I've never seen snow. Nice to see it. 30 degrees is Celsius is wild. That's like 85. Not a ton easier. The temperature doesn't make a ton of difference for actually like doing the things. It's just comfort. But full-time job is farming. Yeah. I don't have a full-time job. I have this, 2 part-time jobs, and high school. So back up to temperature. Yeah, we got one that's back up to temp, so we're just going to be back at it. We're running away now. Finish this one up real quick. That's that one done. That's number 17. Alright, there's no longer a hammer in slot 3. The only hammers that I'm still going to be working on are going to be, the only hammers that I have yet to finish are the ones that you're going to be seeing me pull out and work on. So, applied for a job a while ago, still haven't gotten a response. Yeah, sometimes I do that. Yeah, they're quite chunky. I'm blind as shit. Like talking to foreigners, talking made me feel better. Well, I'm glad I can help. Yeah, I'm glad I can help. Do you have all the handles too for the hammers? Those are at the place of the guy I'm making these for. Guys, I gotta go. Take care. Alright, see ya, Arthur. We're almost done, so you probably won't get a chance to come back later. I'm definitely turning off live stream after I finish these hammers. Though it's doing much better. Eric wished me luck, and immediately the live stream started doing much better. See ya later, dude. To be real with you guys, I think Eric might have a superpower. I got the notification of him wishing me luck, and then immediately the viewership jumped by like 60 people. It's kind of wild. Please come in India. It would be cool to travel to India sometime. Certainly not in the budget right now, but at some point, yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, probably. But I'm also 17, and I don't know if that would make, that would be, if that would work. How many hammers could you make in a day? Well, so far I've finished 17. I've drifted 17. With punching and drifting, just from scratch to finish, I could probably do a dozen, maybe 15. But that would be a long day. It's been 3.5 hours. I'll probably finish these up before 4 hours, so yeah. Asian country. Wow. You gotta go now, too. Have a good one. Alright, see you next time, Dominic. Any blacksmiths in chat working on something cool? Should have asked this earlier. Usually I do. But where are you from? America. Pennsylvania, to be specific. Send it to you except for expensive ones. Thank you for the offer. Start prep for Christmas meal? Hell yeah. What are you guys making for Christmas? New here, what do you use to heat your work up? I used the Hero Volcano 1 right there. It's cheap, like $80 Amazon Forge that I got 2.5 years ago. No blacksmithing at the moment, just stock removal. That's still cool. It's good you're working on stuff. Gotta fix the phone stand again. It was wanting to dip and droop like earlier. We're doing bacon wrapped shrimp. Oh wow. Whole suckling pig, roast turkey, crispy pork belly, shrimp cocktail, king crab, smoked. God damn, dude. God damn. How many people are you expecting? Are you feeding like the United States Marine Corps or something? That's number 18 done and dusted. Just got one more to do. And then we're done for the day. For hammers, at least. Nope, just rig pigs. Hell yeah. Probably eat more than the Marine Corps. Awesome, subbed up. Cheers. Thank you, PA Outdoors Couple Channel. We're having ham and sides. Nice. We usually do ham for Christmas. Yeah, usually do ham. So, don't dump the buddies. Where's for human? And meat is yummy though, especially bacon. I'm not a huge shrimp guy, by which I mean I will never eat it ever, but bacon is good, ham is good, turkey is okay-ish. Just a big shrimp guy? No, not a big shrimp guy. Not a big seafood guy in general. Big iron pickaxe? I don't know, maybe tomorrow. I'm very tired. Looks like you're tired as well. It's 3 a.m. in India now. I'm going to sleep now. Stay well. See you later. Good night. See you next time. See you, pal. Yeah. Have a good night. only have one hammer in the forge, so it's good. We're gonna have to wait a little bit for it to heat up, because before I was going back and forth between two hammers, but now we're just waiting on the one. But it should be not too terribly long, a couple of heats maybe. Do you know about community guidelines of YouTube? I haven't read them, but I know that you're not supposed to do weird stuff. Why? Do you think I'm breaking some community guidelines by making a hammer? Should someone report you, then what happened? If you were to report me, I think YouTube would take a look at it and see if I'm actually doing the thing that you reported me for doing. Then if I was, then there'd be the consequences of that. And then I think same thing if I were to report you. I think. You work for YouTube? Sure. Maybe you can answer that question then if you work for YouTube. Alright, we're not the worst trolls ever. We're just waiting. So I do appreciate you. Datura? I don't even know how to pronounce that. Did I pronounce it right? But yeah, I do appreciate the sentiment there. Good holiday? Thank you. Where did you learn to do this? I learned to forge from YouTube videos and failures. That's how I learned to forge. So yeah. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find anyone that I could apprentice to. So I just kind of had to make it up as I went along and watch YouTube videos. It's working pretty good though. I'm starting to pick up the pace with YouTube. So, dog loves the content. Thank you so much. I respect the crap, but I appreciate you guys. I'm almost done a long day of forging hammers. This is what I've gotten done. All of those did not have, well, they did have a hole. 10 of them were varying degrees of drifted, and 9, including the one that I'm just now finishing up, were like punched but not drifted. And in the last 3 hours and 45 minutes, I've drifted all of those, swinging this 5.5 pound hammer. So yeah, what are you making? Hammers. Where are you from? America. Hello, Jamal. Kind of learned from needing stuff and not being able to afford it. Yeah, that too, Jeff. Finish this up here, and bam! Almost there. That's good enough. Alright. There we go. That's the last one. Not only is it good, it's good enough. Now, we'll maybe do a little bit more chatting, but I'm very tired. I'm sure you guys understand. Alright, let's see. So sick. Is this a hobby? Is this also your job to look high quality? Thank you. This is currently a hobby because I am in my senior year of high school, so I don't really have a full-time job. Do you make your own handles too? Yes, I do. I make them from firewood. I just use a cheap Amazon bandsaw. Are you selling, making profits? These are for a class I was teaching. So yes, kind of selling them, not really, but I do sell stuff. This right here is one of 4 knives for a Christmas commission that I'm finishing up. You're in Iowa? Cool. Hello, hi. Alright, so I'm going to turn off the live stream. I am quite tired. But thank you all for hanging out, for chatting, for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. That would be great. Probably no more hammer live streams for a while, but I will be doing live streams going through the next year, definitely. I'll be doing lots of live streaming. All right. See you, Marvo. See you, Jeff. Have a good day, y'all. Merry Christmas.